Welcome to episode 195 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
It's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. How y'all doing this week?
I am the Eric J.
Only known as
The Eric J.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
It's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K Diddy.
Take that. Don't be doing
Right.
take that now.
Dog, I be jigging with it too.
You can jig, but don't do them with him. That's all.
Dang. Oh, selfish bud.
You already joined in on the gentleman part. You know, I'll let you take that part, but let me keep my take that's, fam.
Bill's gonna be doing the only taking on this podcast.
Right. Key to the city and shit.
Hey. Whatever y'all do in the privacy of y'all homes, if y'all like to take it, that's your own business, fam.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hey.
Hey, we were adamant about ownership of the taking.
Hey, I'm just saying. That's why I brought that up.
I'll take mine around here, G.
Hey. Your house is your house, man.
All right. So go ahead and follow us on our social medias. You can find us on the Instagram and Twitter at Technical File.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find us at www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker.
You're damn right.
You can also go on over to Facebook, Technical File Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got a Facebook group. It's kind of linked to that. There's a Technical File Pod Overtime where you can join in with the listeners, fans, and the fam.
Indeed.
Last but not least, we may have others, but for now, go ahead and find us on YouTube. See our beautiful faces, see the cheeses, the smiles, the teethuses, everything. Right here on the YouTube, Technical File Podcast. Yeah.
You were saying smiles, but I was looking. Eric had the straightest face. He was looking the meanest. Tim was like, "Look at our beautiful smiling faces." Eric was like,
The Grinch, bro.
He was for the 316 and put give me a hell yeah, this motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
But like I said every week, man, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Tech File fam, share it with everyone you know. Your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your granny, your baby mama, baby daddy, whoever. Wherever you're listening right now, share. Whoever next to you right now, share it with them. Tell them about it. We don't grow without y'all, man. Sharing is caring. So let this fam grow.
mm-hmm.
As every week, make sure y'all download the Good News Radio app. So y'all can interact with us live every Tuesday. I got caught off, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm like,
I wasn't ready to do all this talking, but
Looking like the Jason Terry meme, like Marco Rubio and shit.
Make sure y'all download the app, man. Make sure y'all show us, man. Let us know that y'all want to interact with us and y'all doing the challenge. It's easy, it's simple, man. Download the app. Do it now.
Right, the man.
Wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Is there?
Stitcher, SoundCloud,
Yeah, read that too.
Spotify,
Spotify.
Yes,
Pandora.
Pandora.
Yeah.
Amazon.
I was about to
Music.
say something about random, but Amazon Music.
I mean, you want to do Pandora there, box plays, pause. Amazon Music.
Lord, you.
You know Pandora's box, open it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Taking it, box. Jesus Christ.
I'm
What?
gonna get lazy.
iHeartRadio,
Boom, boom.
Himalaya,
Like a player.
Wooshka,
Ooska.
and the Good News app.
Good News Radio.
Yes, sir. Every time you say
Action
good
voice guy.
news, I think that you are about to be like, new shoes, new shoes.
Hey, that's our shit around here. The new shoes, the fake meat, all of that. Fake meat. Fake
I was like,
meat.
good news,
Did you
good
say fake
news.
meat?
Yeah, Pops was talking about the hamburgers at McDonald's and shit. So he told me he was eating his fast food. He's like, fake meat, fake meat.
Oh don't remember that.
Yeah, he definitely was.
I remember that, yeah. But yeah, Good News app. We are there live every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you download the app, listen live on the app, and join in with the show, man. Be part of the show. It's a chat room functionality and everything. So come on through. Come on through.
6
What
to
y'all
8.
waiting for? What y'all waiting for? 6 to 8. Come on through Tuesdays.
Yep. And wherever you're listening to this podcast right now, while there, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, review. 5 stars or better. It helps us and we appreciate it.
For sure.
Yes, and DF to pull a Kim. Like, oh, this is my turn to talk.
He forget. Hey, why I gotta be pulling the B? Ain't that about a bitch?
You the one who did it.
Every week it's the same shit.
Trying to take a
You're like,
drink.
oh, it's my part. Like we've been doing
I
it.
wasn't
Like,
expecting to start talking.
How am I supposed to know Cottonmouth just gonna sneak up on me? How am I supposed to know that?
Stay hydrated, my brother.
Hey,
Right,
that's
the thirst
a
came
that's a
upon him.
key.
There you
Brother,
We want to
stop.
shout out our top listening cities and our international listeners from the past week. So, number 1, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Shout out to y'all hometown,
go.
y'all rightful place at the top of the listening cities. Number 2, we had Oak Creek, Wisconsin.
Hello,
Okay,
neighbor.
Oak Creek, what's going on?
Number 3, we had Essex, Maryland.
Exit? What is it?
Essex.
Essex.
God damn, why I can't say that? Y'all know who you are. Welcome.
All them S's and that X. Never
Yeah.
mind. Number 4, we got Racing, Wisconsin.
Hello, neighbor.
Ray C, what's going on?
And we hit him with the Racilla.
Nah.
Ray Silla.
It was good without it. Don't remind him of that shit.
Number 5, we got Chicago, Illinois.
Chi-Town, what's
Chi-Town.
going on? Always showing love.
Number 6, we got Spring, Texas.
Spring, Texas.
What up?
What's
Texas,
going
bro.
on?
Number 7, we got Ashburn, Virginia.
Ashburn, what's going on? Welcome.
Ashburn back again.
Mhm.
I see y'all.
Number 8, we got Tampa, Florida.
What's going on, Tampa? I see y'all's down there for Mania.
Mhm.
See y'all.
Oh yeah, y'all was out there in that
Wildin'.
area.
I see y'all.
Number 9, we got Cypress, Texas.
Cypress,
Hey,
Texas. What's going
Cypress.
on? Welcome. Texas
Good old
love.
state.
Consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 10, we got Irving, Texas.
Irving, what's going on? Welcome.
What up?
Texas love. K-Town, where you at?
K-Town ain't here today. International
Things down on that
listeners. International listeners included the United Kingdom,
UK, what's
Okay.
going on?
hello.
Ukraine,
Hello, Governor.
Okay.
Belgium,
Hey.
Belgium.
Singapore,
Singapore,
Okay,
welcome.
Okay, Singapore. Welcome.
right, Italy,
Italy, welcome.
and New
What's up?
Zealand.
New Zealand, what's going on? Welcome. Come on back now.
You hear?
You here?
Sport fact of the week.
Yeah. Today, as we record, April 13th, is the 5-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's last NBA game. He dropped 60 on the Utah Jazz.
On 50
Mhm.
shots, wasn't it?
Goat out here.
60 on
Probably.
50.
Kobe fashion.
Damn
bro.
near. Well, you got there though.
Throw that
Shoot,
bitch up
shoot.
there.
Hey, that's why his retirement game was perfect. It was
It
the
was
perfect
quintessential.
game.
Yeah.
It was like
It summed
was-
up everything in one game for him. I was there with, like I was told y'all earlier, I was there with looking like the Jordan meme, watching the whole game and
Crying.
shit.
One tear.
Oh, man.
one tier.
Why you gotta
I remember
leave?
that game because it came on late, and I was like, I'm tired. I was like, I do not want to, but I was
But,
like,
you
it's
know,
Kobe last game.
we
I'm gonna
used to
sit
that
here
shit,
and watch
though.
it. You
Like-
used to
Exactly.
it.
Lakers
I'm
fan
I'm a
used
Bucks
to
fan. I don't
Hey,
be
bro.
up watching them West Coast games when they
It's
go
funny 'cause,
west.
like, that was
be a
going on at the
struggle.
same time that the Warriors were going for 73 wins. So it was just like, it was a night on NBA Twitter.
Yeah, and I picked Kobe over the Warriors because I was like, this is the last time I'm gonna see Kobe. So
I mean, I think the Warriors were playing for like Memphis or some shit. Like,
Yeah,
it ain't
nobody
matter.
worried
Like,
about
we ain't trying to see all that.
Oh, they got that.
right.
It was yeah, Kobe went 22 for 50. He shot 44% from the field. Jesus Christ, he was 6 of 21 from 3. He took 21 threes in this game.
He was
Jesus.
full.
He said, "Fuck it, chuck it, dog."
Hey, old man Kobe.
This is the offense tonight.
Rim.
Give me the ball, motherfucker. That's the whole offense.
Remember they gave it to him. Like he kept
Give
saying,
me
like,
the
"Oh, y'all
ball.
want me to?" He's like, "Oh, y'all want me to shoot?
Well,
I'm not gonna say no."
Tell me
Right.
twice, goddammit.
Say less.
Spent my whole career shooting about it. Go ahead, let me get that.
4 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block.
Yeah, that's a Kobe stat line for sure.
Yeah, it was a good game. I remember getting geeked when he got hot in that set because he started off cold.
Yeah,
and then when he got
super
hot,
cold.
I was like, "Oh my god, this nigga Kobe!" Like it's gonna be in my Facebook memories tomorrow because it was after midnight when the game ended, and I was like, "Perfect game! Like this was great. This was everything."
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Black Mamba.
Exactly.
Sure. Mamba mentality.
All day.
You can see that all throughout the game. This
Including
week's show.
I was gonna say, including the women's basketball national championship. Because sure,
yeah, just the game of basketball, just all through the game, man. Mamba mentality is real. This week's episode is going to be a little bit different than what we normally do. So, I mean, there's the rundown, of course. We're going to go through the topics, but we're actually going to have some more fleshed out conversation just around some topics, some big topics, because this past week, there's been some news for sure, but nothing that it ain't a loaded slate like we've had before. So we gonna take some time and just have some conversations about things. It's a very NBA heavy show, so I'm gonna let y'all know that now. There is barely any football on this docket. The draft is coming up with the NFL, so we know they gonna get their shine later on. But this is a primarily NBA show this week. I'm sure Eric's happy about that.
As well it should be.
All right, let's get into it. So we're gonna start here because it's just top of mind. The NBA postponed Monday's Minnesota Brooklyn game, and then MLB postponed Monday's Twins Red Sox game following the police shooting of Dante Wright in Minnesota. The Timberwolves and the Nets played their game this afternoon. I'm not sure if the Twins and Red Sox when that game was rescheduled to, but since we're gonna be just here talking and whatnot, I just wanted to ask y'all, how are y'all doing? Because this is unfortunately a common occurrence where we see that our lives just aren't as valued, where people can make mistakes in their field and people try to justify that mistake even though it ends in death. So I just wanted to check where y'all were mentally before we even really got into the show, because y'all mental well-being is important. And I know I've been personally struggling today, and I've tried to even avoid reading too much into it because I'm trying not to have this wound reopened again, but like I can't help it. Like I still feel for it. So I just wanted to check on y'all because, you know, y'all are Black men. I know this hits differently for y'all.
Just a bit of housekeeping. They did play the Red Sox Twins game this afternoon. So I haven't like thought out these thoughts. But I know one thing I was thinking yesterday was just like when we were kids and they talked about like video games and music, not music. Well, yeah, video games, music, movies, television, like all that stuff was just like hyper violent and hypersexual, and just like we're desensitizing people to, and like I never got that because I was like, I mean, violence is like it's not like I'm watching this movie and it's like I don't care about people getting shot in the street, or you know, I'm listening to this music and it, you know, gang violence just doesn't matter to me anymore because it's entertaining. Like I was always able to kind of, you know, differentiate between the two. So it never made sense to me. But like the last, honestly, at this point, it's not even the last few years. Like the last bunch of years, like as we've gone through so many of these instances, it's just like I haven't become desensitized to it. It's just like Jesus Christ, like it's happened so frequently. It's just like hard to discern like one from the other. It's just like it's another one. And it's like thinking back through the pandemic, like I watched this documentary on HBO about like the day that sports stood still, and like they got past like the initial quarantine and everybody getting adjusted to that, and then like it started with like the George Floyd, all that stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, like this is when the NBA shut down, and I was like, nope, wrong shooting. Like that was Jacob. Like, it's just like it's hard keeping track like the timeline just because like it happens so regularly and so often. Like we're put back into this place where we have to deal with another police shooting of an unarmed black person for bullshit reasons. It's exhausting,
Very
mentally,
exhausting.
emotionally.
sure.
It's just exhausting, and like that's how it feels every time this shit happens. It's just like, fuck.
Then you got motherfuckers coming out, and it's always somebody that got to explain it away. Always explaining it away.
Always.
And it's always the same talking points. It's like y'all bring your shit up, we shoot the shit down every time because it doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah.
And then the next time it happens, it's the same fucking cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Should have complied. Why didn't he? Like, it's funny when even with the military, I forgot what his name was. The incident that happened with the military personnel. Like, I was looking at that and I was like, it's wild because I won't say some, probably later on in life, a couple of my tickets have been while in uniform. So I've gotten tickets from the police while in uniform. I'll handle my ID and my military ID while in uniform, and I still got tickets while in. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I guess like no slack whatsoever, and it wasn't even. It was interesting. So when I seen it, I was like, they don't honestly give a fuck about you being in your uniform, like at all. The only people that would be conflicted is the ones that are truly, oh, you hurrah, the uniform and Blue Lives Matter. Like them motherfuckers would be conflicted. Other than that, nobody else. As far as law enforcement goes, if you black in a uniform, they don't give a shit.
I mean, you can be black in a police uniform, they don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit.
It don't matter.
I was just like, that's why people are like, well, he was in his uniform. I'm like, they don't fucking care, bro. You black. You just got a different change of clothes on. That's it.
Yeah.
You just trying shit on and walking around and shit. Like it's just, it don't fucking matter.
Yeah. Like where I'm at with everything is like Eric said it perfectly, is that it's draining. Like seeing it, and it's just like, yo, like we like for real for to go through this shit again. And then for it to happen like miles away from George Floyd, and for that case and that trial to be going on right now too.
At the same time.
It's just like, what, like, dude, like what the fuck? Like really? Like it's just draining. It's mentally and emotionally draining. The thing that's really getting me now, like more each day and the more that these start happening, is like being a father and having a son, and like knowing that he's finna start getting to that age where I have to have conversations with him about like what he needs to do and how he should act like around the police and stuff like that. But as kids, like us growing up, police was looked at as, like, oh, they're there to protect us, they're there to help us. But now, like, you have to like kind of switch, like do a total 360 on that, like with our kids, and like train them like, all right, like if you get pulled over, make sure you don't reach for nothing, keep your hands on the steering wheel, say yes sir, all of this stuff, and just comply. And like to think that this is the type of world that we live in now, is that each day, like just knowing that it's a fear. Like you see a cop car, like I don't want no like confrontation like with no cops, because every single black person that got shot by a cop, they did not know that it was going to be their day, that it was going to happen, and that's the scariest part, that it can literally happen to any one of us, dude. Like we can be on the news, like our families can be suffering just by something so simple, something like so minor, so minute. Like it's just it's heartbreaking, like for real.
It's that's what it's like having a wound, and then it starts to scab over, and then they just rip the scab off and they stab you in the same place again. That's how I feel about America, like almost period, just from all the different events that I've had to experience, where it's like I'm getting to a point where I just feel so worn down, where it's like I don't know how I'm supposed to ever really heal from this, because it's like it keeps happening. So how am I supposed to get over it when it keeps happening and people who do it get off free? There's no justice system.
The dude that killed the cop that killed Blake is actually back on duty in Kenosha.
Child, but yeah, because luckily he didn't die in this instance. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like it's like that's
yeah.
For it to go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like I couldn't even sleep last night. Like I was just up. Like and I'm not. I think other Black women could probably relate to this because it's like we worry. Like we know stuff can happen to us for sure, but like to think like when my husband leaves the house, like I have to like, like it's different levels of mental trauma that comes with it. Like the Fidel Castro shooting. That's the one that really where I was like, my God, like she's right there. Their child is in the back seat. Like, I don't know, man. It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
Also Minnesota.
Also Minnesota, yeah.
Like
just because you said Fidel Castro, Philando Castile.
Sorry, yeah, there it is. But
somebody
it's just
like, what the hell are you talking about?
it's tiring. It's difficult, but I wanted to see where y'all were at, and I wanted to let y'all know. Like I think I do pretty regularly, but I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
and
appreciate that.
If you're just a Black man listening to this, like I love you too. Like I truly have so much love for Black men, for Black women, and just know that y'all be in my prayers. I'll be thinking about y'all. I'll be praying for y'all. If I ever see y'all out and you look like y'all need some help, I'm gonna do what I can do to help. Like, I got y'all back. I got y'all back in any way that I can. I just want that to be known for sure.
Appreciate that, Millie.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say because y'all my niggas, but that's kind of. But the next subject is about
the next topic.
Nigga. Yeah,
Lord Jesus.
Kyrie Irving and Dennis Schroeder both got ejected from the Lakers Nets game that the Lakers surprisingly won.
Surprisingly?
Nigga, y'all didn't have nobody.
I'm joking.
But apparently their interaction began because Dennis Schroeder called him a nigga. Like if you see the clip, they had been jawing at each other. Yeah, he was like chill, nigga, like chill out, dang, like my bad. And Kyrie lost it. Like he completely lost it and was just pretty much saying like don't call me that. You don't know me like that. This and that. And then the following day, Kyrie tweeted out the following quote: "The N-word is a derogatory racial slur. It will never be a term of endearment. Reclaim flipped. Never forget its foul and true history. Throw that N-word out of the window, right alongside all those other racist words used to describe my people. We are not slaves or ends." Other sports shows have had this conversation. I'd be like, why y'all having this conversation when y'all not part of this community? Like Skip Bayless, don't really care what you have to say about if you can't say it while we having a conversation about whether it should be said or not, I don't value your opinion on it. That's just how I feel about it. Like if you have
might
to
as well
say,
have Papa John dude in here talking about
he wants to say it.
It took him a year to get it out of his vocabulary.
It still ain't out. The motherfucker
dude had to go to rehab for the N-word.
For the N-word, bro.
For the N-word.
Like here's the thing with Kyrie, and like I have to keep reminding myself because like some of his antics, I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? But I recognize that he's going through his awakening, and it's something that happens that I've seen happen. I'm not gonna say that it does happen, but I've seen it happen to more than my fair share of Black people in their late 20s. Like I went through it to an extent, and you become so aware of history, you become so aware of, like what we've gone through as a people in this country that, like it follows a certain path, and like you have to kind of go through it and then learn, like come out the other side and learn like, okay, like where am I within this? I don't even know what to call it. Right. Like you kind of have to find your way. And I see him going through that, and it's not for anybody else to be able to be like, okay, you should or shouldn't do this, or like it's for him to kind of figure out and to find his place in the world. And so like a lot of people going through that awakening, it's like you kind of like your reaction to certain things is kind of like, okay, I reject that. And like, you should like feel the same way that I feel because like, this is what we've been through. And like we should stop saying the word, and we should, like just super militant, pro-black, everything. Like, and it's fine. Like again, like he's kind of finding his way, but like I see it that way, and it's just like the way I went through is like I personally don't want to be called a nigga. Like I don't like it. Like as a term of endearment, whatever. Like just don't do it. Like I'm not gonna tell other people they shouldn't use it. I'm not gonna tell other people that they shouldn't self-identify as one. But me personally, I don't like it in reference to myself. Before we started doing this podcast, like I pretty much completely exercised it from my
sorry
from my vocabulary.
Hey,
yes, I'm blaming all y'all. But at the same time, it's kind of like again, like I turned 30 like since we've done this podcast, and it feels like I've just like come to realize like the power has been taken away from me, and it's like if y'all want to use it, like please by all means.
Jesus,
I don't mind.
Use 30 times episode.
Right, like just don't like I'm nobody's nigga. Like that's the way I feel personally, but like that's my personal opinion, and it's not for me to put that on anybody else.
Yeah.
So like that's the way I look at it with Kyrie.
And that's my whole thing with the word, where it's like I use it because for me it is not necessarily a term. In term of endearment doesn't seem to fit properly. It's more of a term of inclusion. Like it's something that we can say to each other, and it shows like familiarity, I guess, in a way. Like it's I mean, nigga, you can say nigga, and it means like 8 different things depending on how you use it in that context.
Yeah, it's how you say it. Yeah,
including the negative, like a noun.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But it's one of those things where it's like Eric, how he was saying, like I would prefer not to hear that. Like I know my mother, she hates that word, so I will not say it. Like I just won't say it when I'm around her because I have like it's not a hard like I can't. Like I don't have like a thing where it's like I have to say it all the time. It's like it's used.
I need my quota for the day.
Right. Like it's used.
Oh man, I only got 5 niggas in today. I'm slacking.
So, but it's something about the word where it's like for example, I was stressed out earlier, and then Kendrick Lamar "All Right" came on, and the chorus he's saying like nigga, like we gonna be all right, and it was like this song wouldn't hit the same if he didn't say nigga, and it's. Yeah. Because it's for us, like I understand that. You know what I mean? Like it's that's why I personally use it. Like y'all know I don't cuss, but I guess nigga, I don't know where that fits in the cussing realm, but
I ain't gonna say it's a cuss word,
but like
it's pretty close. I mean, technically, it's pretty close.
Like I can't say it at work, so I guess
so it's pretty close.
So
it gets bleeped on the radio, so.
Yeah, so like I definitely respect it. Like it's in my vocabulary. I use it to like greet people who are my friend. Like it's just part of the way that I speak. But as Eric was mentioned, like I can always respect somebody who's like I don't like that word, or like don't call me like I don't have a nigga quota. I ain't gotta say it all the time. Just I was just
you sponsored by nigga. Hey, I gotta get these niggas off, bro.
Right, see, like
you messing up my bag.
It's interesting, this conversation, because again, like if anybody white was to say it to me, I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
But
yeah, for sure.
And like I said, like you said, it's not necessarily like it's an endearing term, but it's more so an understood term. I guess I'll put it like that. Okay. Yeah. But it's not necessarily accepted by everybody. So I can understand Eric's point to that nature because of the history, the past, and the origination of the word for our people. So I can understand all sides of it. But again, to go back to what Eric said, I wouldn't put that onus on other people because everybody isn't one educated in that manner, cultured in that manner, or give a fuck in that manner. Yeah. So you can't expect everybody to do the same or feel the same as you in that moment. So for Kyrie's instance, if that's how he felt, he definitely could have said something to Schroeder after the fact. Because in that moment, you still can control yourself. Like we said, like it's not like you can't control how you react in that moment. For some, like that's not the first time somebody called him that on the court. I'm sure.
He used to say it. But he had an awakening. Like he's on his.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's not like you couldn't have controlled that in that moment as well. You chose to act out on it in that moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like
so he could have still had that conversation. Like, hey, from here on out, bro, don't like you could have. What's therapies, but from here on out, that's not how I rock. That's not how I go. You ain't have to get ejected. You ain't have to turn into that.
I hear what you're saying.
You chose to do that.
I feel you.
Question, like, and I know Ken, you haven't gone yet, but I wonder if Shooter being German or like not being of African American origin, like if that makes a difference, like
They
because
get treated the same way over there.
African
Same color.
German.
but I'm saying like he doesn't he's not an American descendant of slaves. You know what I mean? Like he's not he doesn't have that same exact.
History.
Like there's a different. Like there's a divide. Not a divide, but like there's a distinction between like Africans and African Americans or Black people or like the descendants of slaves. Like
that's why I don't refer to myself as African American.
Yeah, like there's a difference. So I wonder if like Kyrie in his awakening is like, okay, well you aren't part, like you guys said, like, a term of inclusion. Like you're not part of this group. Like yes, we're Black. Yes, we're part of the diaspora, but like you're not American. Like you don't have the same ownership over that word that we do. And I don't know if that's the case. Like I'm realizing who is said, like what the actual interaction was and who was involved, and it's kind of like maybe it's more of a trigger if it comes from somebody outside of.
Dennis has been in the league for what, 7 years?
As long as Giannis has.
Dang, he was 2013 class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at this point, like, no, like I definitely, that's an interesting point. And no, I'll let Ken go, so you ain't gonna get. I won't cut you off.
Oh no, it's not. But like I understand both sides. Like if a white person came up to me, it was just like, nigga this, nigga that, all that. Of course, I'm gonna take like huge fist to it. Like I'm pissed. Like I'm gonna go how Kyrie went. Like my initial reaction was like, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Like like, well, y'all know I'm a shooter, so I'm
Nick, don't say that.
I know you can be getting shots up, bro. I feel you.
Yeah, in the gym, fam.
They wasn't with you shooting in the gym.
Yeah, I stay in the gym. But yeah. So yeah, and like I said, I understand. Like the side of don't call me that because of everything, like all of that. But y'all know how loosely like I use it.
Yeah.
And
we've heard.
So like I might be the wrong person to talk about this at this point, but maybe I need to get educated.
Like that's your truth. Like
that's what I grew up with. Like I grew up in the hood. That's how we
just rolled off the tongue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just
it really do though. Like it flows. Like it's.
Yeah,
but the thing with that too is like if I don't know you, like I'm not gonna walk to a random Black person and be like, "What's up, nigga?" Like I don't know you. Like
like bro, I don't know you. Don't know me like that, cuz.
Right. Like I don't know you. I don't know how you feel about that. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, but, If somebody come up to me like, "Yo, I hate the N-word. Don't use it around me." I respect that. I'm like, okay, cool. Like just like Will said, I can turn it off and all. They like I gotta say it all the time.
Sitting there looking, nothing.
Saying ninja.
Right. I used to have a friend who used to say niggy.
That's even worse, kind of like it feels worse.
Like we were young. He's like niggy.
Yeah, that's
I know somebody that was grown that said that.
Niggy.
Oh no, I don't need no grown up saying that. Man.
Talk about some niggy. But I was smacking shit.
What you got a couple fights that night just because of that.
It's such an interesting term.
Yeah, exactly.
The only concrete rules I have is if you ain't Black, don't say it.
Yeah.
Like that's
as simple as that.
That's really off the like.
As simple as that. It's a rumor that Kyrie is thinking about changing and becoming Muslim too. Like that's something I heard. That's like a rumor out there I heard, and I was like, I can see that for him. I can see him becoming
it's a disciplined religion. Oh, shout out to all if we have any Islam listening to the pod. Happy Ramadan, fam. Happy
Ramadan. Absolutely.
But yeah, it's an interesting conversation. But I just wanted to know what y'all thought about that. WrestleMania 37 was this past weekend. They had WrestleMania Saturday. They had WrestleMania Sunday. So I'm gonna ask y'all straight up. First of all, which night was better, Saturday or Sunday?
The first night. The first night was cracking.
First night was
cracking. I have not been that entertained by the WWE in a long time.
That's a fact.
Like for real, WrestleMania right before that. So for that night to deliver on that level, I was like, yeah, y'all did good. Y'all bravo.
I was thoroughly sports entertained that night.
Oh, but still, boo Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, fuck
Oh,
him.
actually,
Fuck
you know,
Hogan.
like if you notice, it was kind of weird during the intro. It's because WWE dubbed over like the actual crowd reaction. So Hogan was getting booed every time he touched, like every time he spoke, but Titus was
Seriously?
getting cheered. Yeah, like somebody had a shot from like a video from the crowd. So like Titus would be speaking, and they'd be like, and then Hogan would like lift the mic up to his mouth and boo.
We don't fuck with you,
no.
dog.
Boo!
Take the hat off.
Hat off, going.
Don't fuck
At
with
least for
you.
the first day, I would assume it carried over.
That's
to the
funny.
second
That
day,
makes
but
me happy. That makes me very happy.
That's funny. I love
I'm
it.
tired of them dubbing sounds over over the crowd.
everything.
Like,
To be quite honest,
yeah, like let the crowd be the crowd. Let
Let
it
them
be.
live.
Yeah, let it be what it is.
I enjoyed the crowd being back though.
Like, I know all
Yeah.
sports miss having fans, like, but wrestling really needs
for sure.
fans.
Yes.
Yeah, like it really does.
It really needs
Dog.
fans. Now,
Oh, they made this show.
I'm gonna guess that we all had the same favorite match from Saturday. Bianca Belair and Sasha
yeah.
Banks.
Mhm,
For sure.
Mhm.
hmm
Next to that, because we're gonna talk about that.
mhm.
What was your other favorite match from the first night?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Yo,
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny put on the
He
show.
was clowning, dog.
That man was really training for this
He
game.
was wrestling,
Bad
wrestling.
Bunny. For real, dude. I was like, what the fuck? He wrestling?
Mm-mm. When he
It
did
was
that,
incredible.
what was that? The Canadian
Destroyer?
Destroyer? Oh my god, he came out of nowhere with
That
that,
man
shit. I'm
said-
like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, oh, you came ready to play tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, dog.
His little
Flying off
bunny
the top
punches.
rope, jumping out the ring,
Man, every penny that the WWE paid him was worth it.
worth it.
Mm.
Bad
Like,
Bunny
for real.
has had himself quite the year. He's
Oh,
been
hell yeah.
2-time platinum.
hmm
He's in the WWE right now. Had damn near the match of the night at WrestleMania. Motherfucker got single. He got an album coming out, and he just dropped his tour dates.
Yep.
hmm
Like, he's having himself the year. Like, okay, oh shit, I might even look up a Bad Bunny tour date. See where you at?
He ain't coming here. I look.
No,
I did
closer
look.
to Chicago.
It's
I'm a fan
at the
of
All-Star.
Rosemont. Yeah.
He gained a fan. He
definitely
gained a
did.
fan.
Definitely one of the best celebrity wrestling matches I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hands down.
What's
People
the
was
punter?
Pat McAfee. I was saying, there's hoopla
He
about
number
McAfee.
one. He number one still. Pat McAfee. I was like, this dude, is he really a wrestler?
McAfee's
Bad
also
Bunny's-
an athlete.
I'm saying, like, that's why
Yeah.
he's number one. Bad Bunny is two though. That's the second best performance I've ever seen by
Mhm.
any
Non-wrestler.
non-wrestler perform. But yeah, let's get Bianca Belair won the title from Sasha Banks. 0-6 Sasha Banks. She ain't never won at WrestleMania.
This is
The
the longest
reverse
title reign she
Undertaker.
had.
You said this the what?
This is the longest title reign she had.
Huh?
Because remember, she only keep it for like a week and a half. I was like, bruh, sometimes it's 3 days. I'm like, God dang, Sasha.
So if you're not a wrestling fan, part of what made that main event so special is one, it was two black women headlining WrestleMania. It was the first time that has ever happened. If I remember correctly, it's also the first time there were two black people in like headlining WrestleMania, not just
Yeah.
like women,
Yeah,
but like
this is Black
Period.
period.
black people, period.
Mhm.
It was the first time and it happened to be two black women. And this match had a lot of hype leading up into it. And they delivered. Like they
Oh.
delivered. Like
Yeah.
that's hard to do when the hype is so high and they delivered.
That was easily the match of the night. That shit.
Easy.
Oh yeah.
I'll say that might be the best wrestling match I've ever seen in my life. And like I'm not exaggerating. Like from like a storytelling perspective, like
Mhm.
I don't know if I can say that.
I'm curious to know like what you would have above it, but just like from the start of like I would employ, even if you're not a wrestling fan, I would employ you to start from the beginning of like the promo package and just watch it completely through the end. Like if you just self-contain that story, like the story that they told and like the athleticism in the match, like the entertainment value, like the fact that they kind of set up like the hair thing at the end, because like throughout the entire match, like Sasha kept fucking with her hair and kept like
Yeah.
she made Bianca's hair into a weapon that she could use. Then setting up like the final spot where she like whipped her with it, which
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Sounded like a gunshot.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh
oh,
my god.
shit.
like
She immediately
I was-
had a wound. Like it was immediate, like from the front. It was like from her front rib all the way to the back rib, bro. I was like, holy shit. And I was actually talking that moment up too. I was like, man, I ain't seen her use the whip of her hair since like Shayna Baszler. I like she used to use that motherfucking wow, god damn.
Yeah, because she was cutting people up.
Yeah, bro.
I want to take that shit.
Yeah, bro.
It was also really cool seeing her dad and like her family's reaction when she won, when Bianca, like I know we just talking about Nick, but like that was a nigga reaction. Like that's how we react in them situations, fam. Like he almost jumped over the barricade.
Yeah,
he was falling out. Like it was beautiful. It was also cool to see like someone caught Sasha when she's supposed to be just kind of in the corner, and she was just smiling. Like she was just so proud in that moment, and that's big. Again, she's never won a WrestleMania, and for her to put someone over like that. And also have a smile on her face while doing it. Like you could understand that she knew the history that they were making.
Typically, it was Charlotte she was putting over, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like to your point about like the smile after the match. Like it was the smiling before the match that really like immersed me in the moment. It was kind of like, damn, like they recognize like how big a moment this is. Like two black women at the top of their profession in the top spot. Like. With the spotlight on them, and like for them to come out and like completely deliver, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, oh, you can nitpick, oh, they should have done this, they should have like fucking full stop deliver. Like it was just, I don't know, like I had an emotional reaction to that match, which is like some shit that I never had. Like the Bad Bunny match was like super entertaining. I was just like, oh shit, this is cold, and like that match like was like hit me on a different level. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like how to put it in words, but like
I think the way they set the card up too for Saturday night worked really well. Like having that Bad Bunny match before the Bianca Belair Sasha match, I think worked really well because you were already excited, and then you get to the main event and it's like, like we here.
Like, this is why we here.
Exactly. They had that down. They had the Braun Strowman. I don't want to see Shane McMahon wrestle no more. Like I'm done. No more. No more. I don't know which one. I don't know if it's Shane going to Vince being like, Dad, come on, one more time. Or if it's Vince like, come on, Shane. Like,
it's not a WrestleMania without a McMahon.
Look, over it.
Like, even with that being said, like I didn't mind that match. Like I thought I was gonna come in and like hate it and like not want to watch it. But like
that's how Sam was. She was like, I don't want to see that. Like, it's actually wasn't a bad match.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Like I didn't want to see Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre either. And then
that was a pretty good match.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was actually really good. That was a good way to start the night.
Yeah, I was surprised he was starting off with that, but it was a good match.
I can tell you it was a good match. I was cheering for Bobby by the end of it, and y'all know how I feel about Bobby Lashley.
Hey, I do not like dude. Let's go, Bobby.
When he won, I was like, yeah.
Let's go. Hurt business.
I'm rooting for everybody black, so
hell yeah.
Man, he was always been a bland character to me. Like I feel you on the black thing, but like Bobby Lashley has always been boring to me. But he had me cheering for him. Yeah,
MVP.
The
Almighty worked for him.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, Almighty that worked for him.
Then don't let him talk that much. Let MVP.
Yeah, exactly. He just fight. That's all.
Come in, fuck people up, and leave.
Hell yeah.
Speaking,
it's crazy to see his voice though. Like how big you expect him to have like this crazy, like deep or raspy voice. No. He got a reporter voice and shit when he talks.
He does have a reporter voice. But I mean, you dope though, bro. I
was cheering for you, Bob.
Hell yeah, shut up. He big.
Speaking of big,
he gotta be a wrestler, bro. What else can he do?
How big is the giant dude?
7'3".
He's 7'3". Almost.
That's a big. Oh, that's a big dude.
He came out. We heard you the first time, fam.
hey, I got shamed and shit to say it. So now I'm just stop saying it and shit.
This will last about 10 more minutes before you shake that off. But no, he came out wearing a brunch fit, and I was like, "Where's his wrestling? Where's his wrestling gear at?" He came out with a jacket and a chain and dress shoes.
A lot of cloth to be making for wrestling attire.
It's a lot of mountain
with legs.
Just put this beater on, bro, and look at you.
Right, but that man's a mountain with
legs.
It
was like a mesh. I don't know what that was about.
Dude, big as shit.
Night two was underwhelming to me.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. It started off very disappointing.
I think that was the problem. Like they started off with that dud of a match because like the rest of the card honestly wasn't that bad. Like the triple threat was good.
The triple threat was all I wanted to see on Sunday night. To be honest with you.
Well, I wanted to see the Intercontinental just because I like Biggie and there's another black dude. So.
Oh, that was Dabba-Kato, by the way, from Raw Underground. He's one of the fighter dudes.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, I knew.
I didn't know.
No, Sam didn't know who he was.
Oh.
Yeah, like, who is that? I'm like,
and the announcers also kept saying, "Who is that?" So it was like, y'all just had him on Raw during the pandemic, fam. Like
saying his name a million times.
Because I'm assuming he's supposed to be a different character, so they trying to play it up like
we just go act like last year didn't happen.
Who is this?
Speaking of that,
Jedi mind trick and shit.
You don't need an accent, fam. You can be Nigerian without a fake
accent.
Just talk. We have heard you speak for
that's
years.
Irritating.
It's super irritating.
That's mad irritating, bro. Just talk, B.
Thing's supposed to be.
Like,
So since Big E lost this title, they go push him for the Universal title, or what? He on SmackDown?
Yeah,
he on SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
So he gonna get pushed now for the big title.
Probably. They've been setting him up for it for a long time. So.
I
don't know if he'll go directly into it, but yeah, that's basically the next evolution.
Okay. Ooh, Big E Roman Reigns match.
They if they work
as of right now, I would say SummerSlam like that. I would pencil that in, but
that'd be nice.
They built that right. That'd be nice.
I mean, it was enjoyable. I liked having it over 2 days because when they was trying to make WrestleMania an 8-hour,
that's
fam, it was too much.
Yeah, that's exhausting.
We had wrestling since last Monday so far.
I hear you, but I only watched on Sunday,
right?
So, or Saturday and Sunday. I didn't watch none. I was like, I didn't see all on WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, I call Raw. I didn't watch the Hall of Fame, but we watched NXT both, and then we watched the SmackDown, and then WrestleMania. Now I was actually watching WrestleMania 19 before WrestleMania started. Been a lot of wrestling.
I mean, that sounds like a personal choice on your part.
Right.
But like when WrestleMania was 8 hours, it's like, okay, if you want to catch WrestleMania, you just gotta sit here for a whole work.
I mean, but it was the go home show for WrestleMania for Raw. It was the go home show for WrestleMania for SmackDown, and then it was the NXT takeovers, which is always fire.
Like they not gonna recap the shit before the matches anyway. Like
that's how I feel. Like I'm waiting for the promo package. I'm just here. And I gotta say, it is kind of fun coming into wrestling, not having followed it consistently because everything was like kind of exciting, like, oh, I didn't know this was happening, or wait, this thing. It was kind of fun to not be like, I knew who most of the characters were, but I didn't know all the details of the story. So it was kind of fun. Like I didn't know Sheamus had a bowler hat now. Like he was.
I was like, where you get this hat from, dude?
He's like bar brawling Sheamus.
Yeah, like
for a while, bro. For a while.
Where did he get this gimmick? Like
the hand tape.
I laughed
and
every time.
Like,
every time I saw that picture.
Put him up.
Definitely coming out there looking like that, dog. I'm like, bro, since when is the brawler?
No, dude, if you put a sheet of paper next to him, dog,
you gotta relax,
bro. He is the whitest. Hey, Casper jealous of that nigga's skin, bro.
Trip and a half.
Not translucent. This was the first WrestleMania since 2003 to not feature John Cena, and the first since 2012 to not feature Brock Lesnar. I didn't realize that Brock had been that consistent at WrestleMania over the last so many years, but it makes sense.
That's great.
I saw like a note about Undertaker and Triple H, but they haven't been consistent. Like I think last year was Taker there, but not Triple H, and the year before that, Undertaker wasn't there, but Triple H was there. So they've kind of had their thing, but yeah, no John Cena at all. It's a whole new world. But it was cool. If you haven't, if you are just like, I would recommend the Sasha Banks Bianca Belair match, and I recommend the Edge Roman Reigns Daniel Bryan triple threat. That was a really good
Bad
match.
Bunny match as well. I would recommend.
Yeah, I recommend that too.
Those would be the three
fun
matches.
Entertainment.
Those would be the three I would say.
That Cesaro.
If you only had three, but if you only had three, does any other match knock any of those three out?
No. Those are the three.
Like those are the top three matches from the weekend.
Tim looking like he want to jump out the window right now.
Exactly. The
McIntyre Lashley match was really good.
Over which one would you take out for that?
What's the three again?
Sasha Banks, both of the main events, and then Bad Bunny.
No, bro, stop it.
Okay.
Don't even think it too hard.
There's nothing else.
Exactly.
Like, top three.
No. Like no.
That's the three.
Just one more thing before we move on. Like Saturday, especially, like seemed like that was kind of like a master class in like making stars. Like every match felt like a showcase for somebody. So like Cesaro got put on in a way that he hadn't been previously. Like that whole tag team match was just about like making the Giant look dominant. Like he destroyed New Day after they had been kicking AJ Styles' ass for the entire thing. Like that Bad Bunny match, like they killed themselves to make dude look good.
Yeah,
like that Canadian Destroyer was all John Morrison. Like dude, like Bad Bunny literally just had to hold on. Like
just jump, bro.
Dude, right?
I'll take care of the rest.
Right. Like if you look at all the big, like aside from like the jumps, like every big move that dude did was basically like holding on while somebody else moved, which is fine. Like that's all wrestling is.
But Corona was beautiful. That hurt.
Yeah, and again, like that was like the Miz kind of spinning around with dude on his back. Like
he was with two guys who were gonna make him look good.
Exactly. And again, like that's the whole point of wrestling. And then like Sasha did like her fucking job, like putting like Bianca is talented. Like I'm not taking anything away from her. I'm just saying like that was all built to make her look like a fucking star, right? Like, and they did. So like again, like that's what WWE needs to do. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
I'm like
walking up the stairs.
It looked like she was about to drop. She was like, "Nah, I got it." I'm like, God.
I think with Bianca though, like the thing with me is like I got back watching wrestling while watching NXT, and she was the first person that like I literally gravitated. Remember, when I started back watching, I was like,
you was like, "Who is
this?" So watching her like come from NXT to like then come to the main roster and then like be like the top woman right now. It's dope. So yeah, and I didn't know she make her own. She make her own attire and shit like that too. Yep. I was like, damn, she do her own makeup, hair, all that. I was like, God damn,
just talented, fam.
Yeah, like she just all around just dope as hell.
Got the picture on her Wikipedia page, like her abs just make me jealous. Like I need to go, like if they want to work out right now, like right now. But it was cool. Yeah, it was cool. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. I didn't watch Raw, the one after WrestleMania. My husband watched the Mayor, and he was like, waste of time. They just did all a bunch of rematches. Like it was terrible. It was bad.
It's supposed to be the end of it.
Do that shit.
WrestleMania is the end of it.
It's supposed to be the new fresh. Yeah, the new storyline supposed to exactly.
But what I will say, the last couple years, the Raw after WrestleMania. Not directly after. I'm saying the week after that one has been like the season premiere, or like they've been.
No, they need to go back to how it used to be, fam. While the momentum is high.
I think the problem is like they save all like the new like introductions and all that stuff, debuts. That was what I was looking for like the draft, because that usually comes like shortly thereafter. So it's like, well, we introduce somebody to then draft them onto a different show instead,
Mm-hmm.
So that's right. And like they don't have crowds right now, so like you aren't really popping anybody, like, because that would be a thing. Like you still have leftover WrestleMania crowd in the arena, so like that would be like the hardcore.
It was always the most rowdy crowd of the
right, and they know who like all the new people are, because whereas like a regular crowd just be like, who the fuck is Io Shirai or whatever, like. Whereas the wrestling nerds are gonna be like, "Oh my god, I've watched her since she was like in the minor leagues in Japan," and like,
All right, but yeah, y'all check out them 3 matches we mentioned. You'll enjoy them. Like if you ever liked wrestling, you would enjoy those matches.
Definitely.
Some injury news: Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets tore his ACL. He's out indefinitely. And that just sucks. Like that just sucks. That's all I can really say about that. With him being out, how do y'all think that affects the Nuggets' playoff hopes? Because him and Jokic is pretty much like a dynamic duo. What was it on O2K? Like orange juice when you would activate the duo takeover. Like that's them two together.
Orange juice.
Them two. Like Jokic by himself.
I do think that this probably further solidifies Jokic's MVP case, especially if they can kind of maintain for the rest of the regular season. As far as the playoffs, like, I don't know, because like I wanted to say like like that takes away some of that creation, but they run everything through Jokic anyway. Like obviously, like it's gonna hurt like not having him there, but like if you just surround Jokic with cutters and shooters, like you should still be able to be pretty successful. So
let's push MPJ up the ladder.
Yeah, I mean he's been playing well the last few games. Like he has been like it's gonna be
Murray missed like the 4 games like right before this anyway.
It's gonna be interesting to see if MPJ is going to be able to continue doing what he has been doing, but with a higher volume because now Murray's out. So now it's gonna be like you get more shots now.
I mean, you got Aaron Gordon now too.
Yeah, he gonna get his too. So it's like I still think they're gonna be a team in the playoffs that's gonna make some noise, but any chances of the title that they had, I don't think they can do it without Murray. Title hopes, not without.
They got there last year too.
Yeah, not without Murray.
Games. Fucking 50 pointers and shit. Like what the fuck?
They turned up in the playoffs.
But to your point, like Porter is like he does have like that high scoring potential. So like if this pushes him to become more of like a go-to scorer type, right? Sink or swim moment kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's ready for it. He probably.
I'm sure his dad probably be like, "Hey, it's your shit now. Go out there.
It's your team.
It's your team. Drop 50 on them and tell them this your practice."
But like, definitely sending out positivity to Jamal Murray because
for sure
that's right. Like he's waiting for the playoffs all season. Like when the season started, he was like, "I wish I could just hit a button and it was the playoffs." Like, but he got to.
That's a kid that I'm never gonna bet against. Like that's a dude that works his ass off. So like if anybody can come back, like it's him. Like he gonna put the work in. So
yeah. Golden State Warriors rookie center James Wiseman suffered a tear to the meniscus in his right knee, and he could miss the rest of the season. He was averaging almost 12 points and 6 rebounds per game. So that's hate to see his rookie season come to a drastic end like that too. So prayers up to him. Well wishes to Wiseman. And Pat Bev, Clippers guard, he's going to be out 3 to 4 weeks. He had wrist surgery. So that would put him returning right when the playoffs are starting. Is my math right?
I know sometime in late May. So
yeah,
thereabouts. I did see like AD is close and LeBron isn't that much further behind him. So
yeah, I think they're talking about like another week or 2 for them, and they'll be back. And you know what? The baby the JV Lakers, y'all been holding
down. We relax. The disrespect.
The JV Lakers.
The JV Lakers ain't. I mean, y'all lost to the Knicks last night, which was kind of like it happens, but like.
Yeah, at least we beat the Nets though.
Y'all smacked the Nets though.
Yeah,
smacked the Nets.
We do what we do.
McLemore came in, ice in his veins.
Man,
I cannot wait to see LeBron, AD, and Drummond together, yo. We get our full squad back. Yo, it's going down. We finna run through these niggas.
We
run it through
that much faith in Drummond, huh?
We run it through them.
That's the new big 3.
Yeah, out here. We run it through them.
And I think you say like McLemore, like okay, another shooter out there.
Yo, he was a great pickup.
No,
he's been balling.
Yeah,
I like his game.
The new JR.
I haven't watched him a lot. I like his game.
He is the J.R. Smith of that team.
Damn near. Hey, as long as he keep hitting, he go ahead and green light shit.
So they did just play the Nets. Like y'all saw Katie and Shannon Sharp going back and forth.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Would you tell the people in case they didn't see what happened?
I don't even remember what started. It was something about rings, wasn't it? I don't remember what started. I just saw the back and forth.
It was a clip that someone posted from Undisputed where Shannon Sharp was attributing a quote to Kevin Durant that was fake. In which he was pretty much saying, like, I'm the GOAT. Like, I beat the GOAT, so what that make me? And Kevin Durant was like, when did I say that, Shannon Sharp? Like, get your drunk uncle off my TV with these lies again. And they went back and forth off of that. And I didn't like Shannon Sharp's response in that situation either.
For once, like, I'm actually on KD's side. Like, Shannon Sharp was like, if you want to talk about it, we can do this off social media. And he's like, but you said it on your national television show. Like, if we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it in front of the same people that you said it in the first place. So it's like, and then Shannon Sharp blocked him eventually.
Yeah. On Twitter, fam. He blocked him.
Wow.
Damn.
He was talking all that yik yak on Undisputed about Michael Rappaport and how you're supposed to handle stuff. And then he got a chance to.
And then you get caught up.
And you.
Damn, dog.
You get caught up, boss.
And then Katie was like, but I'm the sensitive one.
Right.
You got a point. Like, and that's the thing with the media, like the media, quote unquote, is like if you gonna say it, like when somebody confronts you about it, like you better stand on it, because
that's real talk.
And don't try to play the whole like, oh man, we shouldn't be doing this in front of the people. Like, we can handle this like men behind it. Like, nah, you said it in front of people. We gonna handle it in front of people.
So Paul Pierce, if you ever got anything to say about what we said about you, we said, fam.
Man, fuck dude. Yeah, what are you gonna what? Paul, man, get out of here. Please. Please, I want all the smoke, goddammit. Please. I want it all.
So the NBA expects all arenas to be at full capacity next season. Full next season. And one step to get there is this new partnership they have with Clear. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Clear. And they have COVID-19 health screening technology that they made available to all 30 teams. So it's like a biometric screening company, and they have this technology that can sync up a fan's like medical record with a selfie to show that they are clear to come into the game, like they don't have COVID. So when I was looking at that, I was like, okay, so how does this work exactly? And it's like, you download the app, you upload a document that identifies you and a selfie, and then you link your COVID-19 results to that. And then when you get to the game, you log into your testing account through the app, and it's going to get you like a health pass, and then you get to go into the game. Take another survey, take some surveys, take another selfie to verify the selfie in the app, match your real selfie in person, and then you get to go into the game. And I wanted to ask y'all, would you go through all that to go to a game? Because I feel like that's a little excessive for me.
It's gonna become the norm.
Yeah, I think I would.
This is just a guinea pig. There's gonna be so much shit. You're probably gonna be like that for flights. You're probably gonna be like that for others. Like all kind of shit. Traveling and
I feel like I have a bigger issue with it being a full capacity crowd than like having to do all that stuff to get into a game. Like I don't want to be like. I feel like social distancing should be the norm. Like I don't ever want like people within 6 feet of me. Like to be quite honest, like I don't need like wall to wall bodies in a small confined space. Because like even if it's not COVID, like think about how many other different like viruses and shit are like running through that crowd. Like that's the thing that the pandemic has really highlighted for me, is just like how gross we were comfortable being prior to all this
with everybody.
Yeah, like it's just like the thing that really solidified it for me, like in the first place, was like, well, before everything shut down, like my job had to put up signs like, "This is how you wash your hands," and I'm like, "What the fuck were people doing before?"
Not washing their hands,
just walking out,
and walking out. That's what they do.
Like the fact that you have like you have to teach fully grown adults how to properly wash their hands. It's like
you have to walk past the sink to walk out the door. But you don't wash your hands like that.
Another minute ain't gonna hurt you.
Exactly.
You finna go back and sit the fuck down or not do your job anyway.
You come out the stall and just walk clean out. And then you go and put your hands in the donuts or something that somebody done bought. Come on, man.
See, that's why I don't mess like when people bring food.
That's always been
I got to be the first one to the food. Otherwise, I'd be like, I don't mean like food that somebody made. Like I mean like they went to like Krispy Kreme and like they got it. I'm like, if this has been picked over. Forget,
this lady, all right, quick story time. We can't quick. All right, so my last job, this lady, she bought brownies, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. She literally cut the brownie, picked it up with her hands, brought it to me like this, and was like, oh, here. And I'm like, why would you? Like, why would you do, like in my head I'm thinking like, why would you do that? Like, who does that shit, bro? And then expected me to eat it and got offended because I wouldn't eat the motherfucker.
Right. If this the brownie.
Yeah, I was like,
oh my bad.
I in her face too. Like, fuck out of here.
That's why she got mad that you didn't want it.
Yes, she was upset. She was like, oh, I was trying to be nice and bring it to you. I'm like, yo, bring it to me in the plate or napkin. What you owe? Who does that?
Yeah.
I was a motherfucker handing out napkins at the thing. Like, here you go. Go ahead and grab that with that. Grab that with that. We're good with the napkins. No, grab that with the napkin.
Like, it's a common courtesy. I don't get, like, you want...
Who raised
you,
y'all,
man?
To,
grab my stuff. Just go put a hand in there. No.
Who raised you, motherfucker?
I don't even want it anymore now that you said that. I'm good.
It's
I don't know if I'm ever eating a buffet ever again in life.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I never liked buffets to begin with.
Do they even have buffets still?
The only time I eat at a buffet is if I'm in Vegas. That's literally the only time.
Yeah, Vegas.
The only buffet, like, and that's different. Like that's
that's next level.
They ate at a buffet in Vegas.
That's next level.
That is the upper echelon of buffets. Like
that's next level.
Go Nuggets.
That's why you got to spend like $80 to get into
exactly.
the
I'm literally in here.
Yeah,
I'm in here like an octopus with plenty of plates.
Yeah, my mom and my cousin had a whole plate of just crab legs. Just crab, like one plate was all crab, like as high as they could pile it. Crab legs.
Was it the Bellagio?
I think we were at the Bellagio when I took them.
They had they buffet. We did do their buffet.
I paid $80.
I feel you.
Like that's the only buffet I'm going to.
I'm gonna be there for some hours. Goddamn, I'm getting my money. I'm getting my money's worth. Goddamn it.
That's a fact. I'm making laugh like okay, coming back to you. But yeah, no, that's what the NBA is on. I don't have a problem with like having to like verify that I have my vaccine. I don't like having to put it into an app, and then the app has my.
You should just be able to bring your card, your vaccine card.
Like, just let me be like.
Yeah, like boom.
If they can't verify that's your card, well, I guess if you
my
put it in
name.
the app.
Well, if you
it is fake ones floating around, but which I mean, like, just get the fucking vaccine, like, but
exactly. What you gonna get a fake card for? Just get the motherfucker.
Like it's free, but you know what? Neither here nor there.
No, man, they're gonna put a microchip in me. Motherfucker, you use a smartphone. Like, that's your microchip.
They know where you at.
They know exactly where you at, what you doing,
scans,
what you buying, what you
what
looking for.
You worried about
digital wallets
in a fucking vaccine.
Man.
And you don't wash your hands. Fuck you.
And somebody gonna tell me the last time they had the chicken pox.
I've never had chicken pox.
That shit's damn near non-existent.
I'm just.
We had it when we was little. When one person got in our family, they made all of us get the shit.
After like 2002, maybe 2003.
Yeah, I never heard that shit.
Wait, for real?
Bro.
For real? Like,
seriously?
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Really?
Yeah, that's why you don't hear chicken pox shit. You know why?
I've never heard it.
Dang, so we was the last generation with chicken pox?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, until all these anti-vaxxers stop getting their kids vaccinated, and then it's gonna come back.
I never knew that.
Go
ahead and look it up.
Crazy, you're gonna come back.
That's what I told Sam. Sam was like, what about chicken? I'm like, dude, that shit don't exist no more.
Hey, what was it called? Chicken pox, though?
Shit, I don't know.
It's a bunch of different poxes. Like,
I'm scared to. Like, I never had it. It was a girl who had lived next to us who had it, and I had went over there to try to catch it, and I didn't.
You didn't get it. Yeah, see, that's how old like country people are. Like my family, one person they take you over there.
Right,
like,
they had chicken pox parties.
Like, go ahead, get it over with. Get it over with.
They throw a chicken pot party and shit. It's a potluck and shit. Everybody kill them.
A Poxluck.
Poxluck. Oh, I see. Hey, we need a girl.
Eric wrote that down. He said, "Yeah, that's the title right there."
I mean, I don't know how appealing that'll be to somebody just reading the title.
They're gonna be like, "What the fuck was going on this week?"
We can get a picture of the brownie that Kim was served.
No.
Man, the disrespect.
The NBA has been hearing renewed calls from some small market execs to overhaul the buyout market. They were like, hey, it's unfairly weighted against us, and all the big market teams and all the glamour teams, they're the ones who get the people, and this ain't fair to us. Do y'all think this needs to be changed, the buyout market?
Buyout market don't fucking matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's a reason that these players are getting bought out, and it's because they aren't as good as they used to be. Like, Blake Griffin kind of spoke to it very succinctly. He's like, I remember when I was in Detroit, everybody was saying like I was trash, and now I'm with Brooklyn, everybody's like, oh, they built a super team and it's not fair. Like, it can't be both ways. Yeah. And I get it. Like, Blake Griffin on a max contract is different than Blake Griffin on a minimum, but at the same time, like, it's not like you're getting, you know, all-star Blake Griffin or all-star LaMarcus Aldridge. Like their former teams paid them to go away, so that should tell you
they bought out
where they're at in their career. Like,
We saw what Andre Drummond did to LaMarcus Aldridge.
Man,
it was embarrassing.
My man said I gotta go back and watch the tape.
Ain't no tape to watch with that.
Hey, bro, you got cooked so bad. Like, shit, why was your defense atrocious? I gotta go back and find out. Shit, I don't. You shit. Your guess as good as mine. You seen what the fuck he was out there doing? I had to go see it myself. I was trying to guard that man.
It ain't gonna help you. He literally just muscled you out the way. Like that's
like move.
That's all it was.
I did, boss.
Like you tried.
You got it, boss. You got it.
Your best efforts weren't good enough, sir. Like there's no tape that needs to be watched.
I gotta go review the tape. It's hilarious. Why was you trash? I gotta go review the tape.
I gotta review.
And I don't know how heavily weighted it is towards big market teams. It's heavily rated towards contenders that have playing time usually.
Yeah. Because they decided between anyway.
It just happens that at this point, most of the contenders are in big markets, but somebody's noted like the Bucks have the most buyout signings since 2015 or something like that. Granted, it's not the upper echelon of players, but they can get guys that are bought out. So I don't think that it's unfair. Right. Which, I mean, heavily rated from when LeBron was there because, again, they're a contender.
LeBron James.
So.
No, I don't think it should. I really don't, like Eric said, I don't think it has that big of an impact on anything outside of the names that's changing places. And again, it's just the names for the most part.
Yeah.
Like I think Markieff Morris and like Peja Stojakovic when he was on the Mavs in like 2011 are like the only two buyout guys that have won titles like as actual rotation pieces. So
man, I used to love Peja Stojakovic.
Oh, what he used to be stroking, bro. No, I mean threes. My bad. Jesus Christ.
Wait,
Tim ain't trying to help me out. He ain't shit. He kept looking at me. He ain't
the way dude like slid into the frame, like.
Hey, pause, goddammit. Tim just left me. You ain't shit, bro.
No, bro. I said
you ain't trying to help me or nothing, bro. I'll see
you on your own, player.
Hey, I done saved you for the last 3 weeks, my guy.
He has saved you.
I've been saving you like a motherfucker.
See, he got used to it. Now he's expecting you to save him.
Oh, you ain't saved me. I feel like
security blanket.
Which one of those wrestlers? The Usos. The Usos never had Roman Reigns come out and help their ass, save his ass. Never, not never. But every time Roman Reigns was getting his ass whooped, the Usos would come out and save him. He feels like the Usos, like, how? Damn, well, you ain't gonna save me no more. Like, you been saving me.
I thought we was in this together, my nigga.
Damn. We're the tag champs, but damn.
I definitely agree with y'all on the buyout market. It's not like if you watch basketball, like these dudes ain't what they were. Like it's
not at all.
Like yes, they can be useful for sure. Like they can be useful in smaller roles at a lower price tag for sure. But it ain't like if LaMarcus Aldridge went to the Thunder, does that really change anything they were already doing?
No,
like no.
I mean, shit, LaMarcus Aldridge going to the Nets isn't going to materially change like the Nets championship odds. Like
probably makes them worse if you ask
exactly.
me. So yay!
Keep not playing Nick Claxton.
That's all I'm saying. Like the more minutes y'all take away from Nick Claxton, the better for me as a Bucks fan. Take them all away. Don't let them even get on the court. Just keep throwing out Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge, and even throw out some DeAndre too. Get DeAndre out there. Y'all got like 8 centers. Just go ahead and play all of them.
I forgot he was still over there.
Yeah. They could have used him against the Lakers. If any time y'all was gonna play DeAndre Jordan, it should have been against the Lakers. But
facts.
Tis what it is. So Newsweek reported that at least 46% of Americans would support a presidential run from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I tweeted when I caught up to Young Rock that this show makes me feel weird because it feels like it's him doing an actual political pitch. Like that's what the show feels like. Yeah, to me, it feels like let me get you used to the idea of me being a presidential candidate. And let me tell you all these stories to show you how, like, I might be rich and stuff now, but, like, don't forget, I was like, y'all, like he say in the show, like, he's saying it, like, satirically, but it's like, I feel like you're really trying to implant this into my head. And almost half of Americans would vote for him. It's happening. And he saw that, and he responded by saying, quote, humbling. I don't think our founding fathers ever envisioned a 6'4", bald, tattooed, half black, half Samoan, tequila drinking, pickup truck driving, fanny pack wearing guy joining their club. But if it ever happens, it'd be my honor to serve you, the people.
That's great. Literally the people's president, bro.
Yeah. That's some wild shit, bro.
That'd be
done,
wild.
We're not done with celebrities.
That'd be wild.
We're not done.
Hey, his press conference is gonna be lit though. Press conference is gonna be lit.
Cutting the promos all the time.
People like, finally.
The president speaks. He be lighting them damn crazy.
You know what? You know what, Russia? I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna smack you, Rudy Poo candy ass.
I mean, but to be honest, like you said, he's 6'4". He big as fuck, bro. Like that's an intimidating president to kind of roll around with.
Bro, he huge.
He'd easily be the most intimidating president. Like
he walk in the room, most of the motherfuckers like, nah, we good. What y'all talking about?
I don't know if that's how diplomacy works. But
hey,
stop.
Be a boo.
You talk crazy to that big motherfucker across the room.
When I got nukes at my disposal and an army behind me, I'm gonna talk shit.
What you talking about? Blow the room.
He might punch me in the face, but like I'm gonna send these WMDs back at his ass.
Stone Cold gonna be the Secretary of Defense.
What if he had an all W like?
No,
Stone Cold.
We're not done with celebrities.
That'd be
we're not done with this.
Let's just play around. Let's just play around here. So let's say The Rock did become president, and he had to pick all former wrestlers to like fill out his cabinet. Who else would you? Who would you want to see in there with him?
Secretary of Defense would be not Stone Cold, but Sergeant Slaughter. He's got the army. No, he's a Joint Chiefs. He's the head of the Joint Chiefs because he got the army.
Yeah, he got it. He got to get Farouk up in there.
IRS would be like the head of the Fed.
JBL will have a job somewhere in there because
he'd be Homeland Security.
Yeah,
probably.
There you go.
Didn't he have a thing where he was like at the border, like
he did, and he was. It was
super racist.
It was very racist.
Homeland Security and JBL, yeah, that fits.
He gonna probably bring Stephanie up in there to do something. She can be like
the press secretary.
She gonna be the press secretary. Her voice is so irritated, dude.
It's gotten a lot calmer as she's gotten older. I think that she used to purposely make her voice a higher pitch to be irritating.
Yeah, I used to hate. I was like, shut the fuck up.
But
what was the dude from I Love New York that was on wrestling?
David
Otunga.
Yeah, Tonga.
Yeah. That's the Attorney General.
Oh yeah, because he legit. Yeah.
He was a real lawyer too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Triple H would be Speaker of the House.
So he can just spin on everybody when he come out for the
He's gonna come in. Like, dude, you wetting your suit up every time you come in this morning.
Could you please stop?
All right, what kind of questions do we have today? Like, God dang.
The game.
The Kane got to be in there somewhere.
Oh, he do.
Actually, he could bring back Isaac Yankem, be the Health and Human Services.
Isaac Yankem was a scary character to me. I did not like that character. Evil dentist, like that's
evil dentist.
That's too much for me. The dentist is already scary. Like that's too much. But jokes aside, I feel like our political system needs to be redone. Like this, like just period. Like the way this like it needs to be torn down and rebuilt up. Like the laws, everything in place. It doesn't make sense.
Viva la revolution.
I don't know if The Rock is what I'm looking for in that new revolution.
Nah.
But he probably gonna be Republican too. If
he definitely is a Republican.
Yeah. Honest about it. Sure. But he probably be smart and be like, I'm running independent. And
I mean, he claims he's independent, but like all his political views are very, like he's a little socially liberal. Like on social issues, he's a little liberal, but like financially, like or fiscally, like definitely, leans Republican.
We'll see. I'm telling you, Young Rock. That's his starting place. When 4 years come, he's sitting here talking about like, I think I'm gonna run for president.
Like that part of the show aside, like I actually do enjoy the show. Like it's entertaining.
No, it is a good show. It just makes me feel weird with the president part in there.
Mm-hmm.
Former major leaguer Alex Rodriguez and billionaire Mark Lore are finalizing a deal to purchase the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Lynx from majority owner Glenn Taylor. The thing with that is Taylor's going to hold full control of the team for 2 years before Rodriguez and Laura take over in 2023 if this deal goes through. And that deal would be expected to be in the $1.5 billion range. Now, Taylor has discussed keeping the Timberwolves in Minnesota. If you're not familiar with his history, he bought the team to keep them in Minnesota initially. But Rodriguez does have ties to Seattle, and we all know that Seattle wants a basketball team. So there are some fans in Minnesota who are a little uneasy about this possibly going through. Although Rodriguez and Laura are like, oh no, we love Minnesota.
We would never.
But that's exactly what's his name from who bought the Thunder and moved them, or bought the Sonics and moved them to Oklahoma City. Like it's the same thing that was said there. So
Glenn Taylor did say like there's no way at the NBA owner. Oh, he said that now, but he said no, there's no way at the NBA board of governors would approve a move to Seattle. So he has confidence that they're staying in Minnesota, but once he's out the picture, like he can't do shit about it. So
right, I'm just happy that when Herb Cole sold the Bucks, he got that in writing. Like, like y'all ain't no,
y'all can't move, bro.
This is here. This is here. Don't try to do that. So we'll see what happens with that. The league might. I don't know. I know the league has talked about expansion, so we'll see what happens by the time we get there. But 2 years.
Vegas and Seattle, make it simple. Call it a day.
Really simple.
Yeah.
Realign the conferences, you'll be good to go.
Mm-hmm.
The WNBA, they rolled out their new Nike jerseys and uniforms for the upcoming 2021 season, which happens to be their 25th anniversary celebration of the league. As Eric whispered, them jerseys are cold. It's about time they got like some jerseys that's just not sponsors. Like
the Aces jersey, nice. The black and gold.
The black one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I went on straight to Nike. They only have them in women's sizes right now, so I'm at the wait.
Damn.
But I was ready. Give me a lit. It's Cambridge.
Yes, sir.
I really wanted that black Seattle, that Sue Bird. That mug sold out so quick. I was like, dang. Like, WNBA is funny.
It's on here.
Oh, it's still available?
Bro, you can't see it, but yeah.
You pulling the Tim?
Exactly.
Showing the screen on the screen. But no, like, I love it. I love to see they got New Jersey. They released a schedule as well. They're going to have like a break for the Olympics in there for the players to play in that. And they cut the season from 36 games to 32. So I'm looking forward to WNBA season. This is a league where it's like I bounce around teams. Like Courtney Williams is my favorite player in the league. She was killing them at her post with them Atlanta Dream jerseys. I was like, how I get one of those? I don't see you on the website, fam, but I want one of these jerseys. And I follow the players in the WNBA, so I'm looking forward to that. Like, I don't rock with Chicago, but I'm kind of tempted to get that blue tie-dyed sky jersey for Candace Park. Like, no, I don't. It just feels weird about like Chicago. Like, I don't want to wear it and say Chicago.
What you mean?
You know what I mean.
Ooh, they got the Enrique on here too.
The wings.
Mm-hmm. Like I don't really like it that much, but Milwaukee, you know. Speaking of which, shout out tomorrow, 414 day.
Hey.
Sure.
That'll also be my 1 month lock anniversary, the 14th.
Hey.
It'll be a month in on that.
That's what's up out here.
Man, listen.
Like life.
I wish, we talk about that.
It's gonna be rough. Just know.
No, it's already rough. It's
gonna be rough. It's gonna get rougher.
Who got the music playing? What's going on?
Oh, that was my bad.
History has made it the Masters with the first Japanese man to win a golf major. I do not know how to pronounce his name. I do not want to butcher this man's name. Do any of you know how to say it?
I think it's
Hideki Matsuyama, I think.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to you, sir. Way to bring that home. That is tight.
Congratulations.
Again, it's weird still having all these firsts in 2021, but we got to get him at some point. So I'm glad that he was able to do that. Some transaction news, and then we'll get into. Anybody got any blow the whistles?
I do not.
I do not.
So transactions, and then we'll get into the top 5. So NFL, New England Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman, he announced his retirement.
Where the fuck is this Hall of Fame talk coming from?
He's not a Hall of Famer.
Like,
I don't know where that's coming from.
I don't understand why why it was even a question that somebody formed on their lips. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's white mediocrity at its best. Because no shade to Julian Edelman, but there's nothing Hall of Fame about his career. Like, he was a decent player for a good team for a long time, and he won a Super Bowl MVP. That's about it. That's all I got.
He should be in the ring.
He's a Patriots Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the Ring of Honor for the Patriots for sure. But NFL Hall of Fame?
Nah.
Like Torrey Holt isn't in the NFL in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Like, there's no way Julian Edelman should be. What you gotta say, Tim?
No, I was just looking at his stats. Let's see, how many years was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years. He has 6,000 yards, 6,800 yards, and
over those years.
Over 11 years, he has 6,800 yards
and 36 touchdowns.
How many seasons has he had over 1,000 yards?
3.
Has he had any? 3.
He had 2019, 2016, and 2013.
I don't know if there was ever a point that he definitely was never a top 5 wide receiver. Yeah. Like, I don't know if there was ever a point where he was a top 10 receiver.
He was up there in receptions a lot. But that's because he's.
I'm just saying, like, as a wide receiver, like, I never would have ranked him in my top 10. I don't think for any individual season.
No, because he didn't really put up like top 10 seasons. Like,
he's
not.
That's my point. I was saying, like, a Hall of Famer, like, you need to be like one of the best players at your position for an extended period of time. Like, I don't know if he was ever one of the best players at his position at any point in time. Like,
he was one of the key cogs. Like I said, I think all 3 of those years were Super Bowl years too that they won.
Like, honestly, I couldn't distinguish him from like Wes Welker, from Danny Amendola, like. Damn, this little white receiver on the Patriots, like,
that's racist.
They could do it all.
That is not.
They had a type.
I'm just saying they got a type.
Like, I mean, Wes Welker bust their ass on Miami. They wouldn't trade it for that motherfucker. They said, no, we need him. He punt, return, kick, return, had a receiving touchdown, passing touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. They said, no, we need him. It's a wild game. They had a type.
Congrats, Julian Edelman, on your outstanding career for the Patriots.
Sorry, wait. One last thing on him, like with Hall of Fame, like T.O. was actually one that kind of brought it up. He's like, that man had a PED test. Like, if Terrell Owens had ever tested positive, like, he would have been, like, despite the fact that he has superior numbers to pretty much any wide receiver that ever played the game, like, if he ever had a whiff of, like, oh, he was juicing, like, they would have got his ass out of here. But Julian Edelman, like, oh, that don't matter. That 4-game suspension, that don't matter. It's okay.
You're making a pizza pie over there or something?
It sounded like he got hit with a pan, like Vince McMahon, my nigga, like
with that bad pan.
His ass.
We can still hear you.
No. Right, mute, fam. Can you mute him?
Oh, these are the big ass words, Bishop Buns.
Tampa Bay, they signed Giovanni Bernard.
Motherfuckers keep getting like Giovanni Bernard is still.
It's gonna be a nice little gadget player for them.
Productive, yes.
That's gonna be
he's still productive. They got their power back. Like they got Ronald Jones. No, unless he's a free agent.
No, they got Jones still.
Jones, Bernard, and Fournette came back. Like them some strong fucking backs, bro. Like all of them will hit you. All of them are power backs. I mean, Fournette can go, but. I mean, so Jones got some wheels too, but they're more so like power backs, bro. Like that's
Buccaneers stacking up talent.
That's gross.
Like not and let me be clear. Talking about Giovanni Bernard is kind of how we talk about like buyout players, where it's like the name is a little bit bigger.
Now, ain't he?
Yeah, like the name is a little bit bigger than what he can do, but in a limited role,
and his skill set fits
exactly
what they're gonna use him for, which makes him dangerous.
Exactly, because he'll just come in on a couple play. Like
he'll probably be the third down back.
Just
for
little,
that or that goal line back, like hey, just push
change it up a little bit. Change it up a little bit.
And he little.
He is
he's strong as fuck.
He's a little shifty guy.
Yeah, man.
Tennessee State is naming Eddie George as his new football coach. He's replacing Ron Reed, who had been with the Tigers since 2010. So this is the second former, NFL player going to a HBCU. So that's kind of cool to see.
Yeah,
I saw that.
No coaching experience though, right?
No, none at all. Like at least Deion had a little. Like Deion had.
At least.
Yeah, a little something, but George is coming in
He
completely.
ain't got nothing.
No, he is completely like this is new. This is he gonna have to have a really strong staff. We can.
Wait, sorry, going back to the A-Rod thing. Why somebody asked Anthony Edwards what he thought about A-Rod becoming a new governor, and he said, "Who is that?"
Yeah. He probably
That-
wouldn't though.
Hey,
He young
I like
too.
that kid, man.
Yeah, he young too.
When did A-Rod retire? Do y'all remember?
I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
been
know.
some years though.
Yeah, it's been a
he's
minute.
out for a
Like, has
minute.
it been that long?
Yeah, it's been a while. I want to say it's at least been like 6 years.
Dang, 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, he been
Oh,
out for 5
5 years.
years.
That's what I'm saying. I felt like it was close to 6. That was at least 6 years, but I mean 5.
That also
right
just goes
there.
to show how
Time
many
flies.
people do not watch baseball. Like that's one of the biggest names of baseball. And he's
Yeah.
like, who?
Right, we remember to the day when Kobe retired, but it's like the same year A-Rod stopped
Same
playing
year.
and nobody knew.
Yeah,
And that was a
boy.
pretty big retirement at the time.
It was like yeah. I mean, I thought when Jeter retired, I remember Jeter's last year.
I was
Yeah, 'cause
like,
he had
it
the
wasn't
farewell
Derek Jeter.
Like it wasn't a Jeter retirement, but like Jeter's last year, I remember I bought tickets to when they came to town. We had like really good seats to see Jeter in his last year. But
Also, looking at this, it looks like A-Rod stunk on his way out, so he was basically done before he stopped playing. Kind of like Ryan Brown.
hey,
Ooh,
well, that's true though. But
y'all saw it coming.
I mean, he had moments, I guess, but
he was hurt. He was hurt a lot.
so was A-Rod.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't watch A-Rod like that. I watch Ryan.
Yeah,
Brown.
right. Especially
No.
towards the end of his career, he stayed hurt.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. And Arizona fired their head coach Sean Miller. I believe Sean Miller's gonna get like some NBA assistant looks, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
but...
man, that man stayed like with recruiting violations and shit at Arizona, so I think he need to get out of college for a little bit.
Yeah, makes sense.
Good place.
Makes sense. So when we were on the show last week, we had mentioned that there was a fight at the Lakers Raptors game, and then we later on saw the footage and we were like, little scuffle, and it wasn't too bad. But Fred VanVleet, DeAndre Bembry, and THT Talon Horton Tucker were all suspended the game for leaving the bench. OG Anunoby and Montrezl Harrell were both fined. OG got hit with a $30,000 fine, while Montrezl got hit with a $20,000. And
So what happened?
it was like OG kind of like had caught, I forget who it was, who went for like a layup.
It wasn't Rondo because he don't play for them anymore. Who was it?
It was a little guard, and he kind of like
Schroeder.
flipped him.
Yeah,
He kind of like
Schroeder.
flipped him a little bit, and he kind of just fell.
Mm.
And then the team goes like, "Oh, what you doing?" And you know they push in and all that stuff, but it wasn't.
Yeah, a lot of BANs was going.
That's why Schroeder
Fans.
thought he could say it.
He's like, I've been saying this since I got in the league, fam. I don't know what more you want. We all black to the cops, ain't we?
But
Former.
yeah, sorry,
Go ahead.
just on A-Rod, just to wrap it up. So it looks like he missed 2014, came back for most of 2015, only hit 250, and then 2016 played 65 games. So yeah, his last couple of years were.
250 is decent though, ain't it?
Compared to what he been doing.
I mean, I
I'm
was
not
gonna say
saying
like
I'm not
he
saying
A-Rod
consistent.
on it.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
not saying it's great, but like it's
It's
not like it's
consistent
like.
enough for a power hitter.
Yeah,
Speaking
home
of
runs.
power hitters, real quick.
Oh, he did hit 33 home runs though. So
Yeah, I
So,
was like, he's always a power hitter.
What's been going on with Aaron Judge?
who?
He used to get mad love.
That rookie who captivated us for a season, fam.
I thought he was still doing all right.
What's been going on with that man?
I don't know. I'll
Let
pay
me check real quick. I thought he was doing all right.
Can't like
I've been actually
Exactly.
able to kind of keep up with baseball this year.
Boston been playing well. I know that.
I know the Brewers started playing well. I know that.
Well, let's see. Last
They
year, I mean,
always do
he only played 28 games last year, but obviously, like that was the COVID season. So he hit 257 with 9 home runs. Ooh, yeah, he ain't been good. So 2019 played 102 games, hit 272, but 27 home runs. So yeah, he had 52 home runs his rookie year, and the highest since then has been 27 twice.
52 is oof.
That makes sense
52,
why we haven't
27,
talked about him since then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That fits. Okay.
Because he was his rookie year, he's hitting home
I
runs
remember.
damn near every
52.
game.
Mm-hmm.
He's the reason why I tuned into the Derby. I was like, let me see this dude.
Hitting dingers.
Who's the other? Was it Bellinger or something? Like it was somebody in
Cody Bellinger.
Cody
still cold.
Bellinger.
It was
That
Bellinger.
motherfucker
Bellinger's
still
cold.
cold.
Yeah, he cold.
Like he cold. Like MVP
He
caliber
definitely
cold.
cold. Yeah.
That motherfucker there is nice shit.
Since we doing whatever happened to like is Bryce Harper still cold?
Yeah,
I feel like he went to Philly and like I just stopped hearing about him.
He was good.
He's the only reason why they had a game winner the other day.
Yeah.
He had an opposite field home run.
He was hurt
like
though.
450 feet or some shit.
Wasn't he hurt too?
Bryce Harper was hurt.
Yeah.
But Philly was doing all right. You know what I'm saying? Like they.
Again, I just feel like he used to get talked about a whole lot more. And
His hair. But I mean, yeah, he was on the way his trajectory was at first. They was like, oh, you know, he might
like
be
it was him and Trout, right?
Yeah, him and Mike Trout. Yeah. He's still
and Mike Trout's still doing his thing. As a casual,
he gonna be one of the best without a ring.
He could
probably
because
I
don't see
as
the
a
Angels
casual
winning.
baseball fan. If you are a player and I have not heard your name spoken, I'm just going to assume that you ain't doing too hot because
you garbage.
you know what I mean. Like when you casual, the big names rise. Like who's who, but like it's been certain names. Like I was like I haven't heard Aaron Judge's name in a while. Like what's been going on?
Like Lindor got paid last week, and it's like I couldn't pick him out of a lineup, but I've at least heard his name before, so I'm like he must be cold. Like Acuna Jr., like he must be cold. Like, but some of these dudes getting paid, and I'm like
that Snoop Dogg gift. That who?
Who?
Especially the pitchers. Like I have no idea who even is the best. Like who are the best pitchers now? Like is it still Kershaw or
Eric
somebody
Greinke
else?
Kershaw's still up there.
Kershaw's still up there. Greinke. What's the Mets? What's the Mets pitcher?
The Dodgers got
DeGrom.
The bat. Yeah, Dodgers do got him now. Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm gonna go to Dodgers. Dodgers got like 3 of the best.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Yeah, they definitely got 3 Cy Youngs and shit.
He just signed this offseason too. Shoot.
It's not that important. I was just curious.
You go ahead, look that up. I'm gonna say this last story and come back.
Okay.
Former Kansas City chief assistant and son of head coach Andy Reid, Britt Reid, he was charged with a felony DWI after that February crash that left a 5-year-old Ariel Young critically injured. So he was charged, and we just wanted to update y'all on that story.
Please don't drink and drive. Please don't take drugs and drive. Please use an Uber, Lyft, whatever. Like, don't get behind the wheel.
Never that serious, man.
It's
now you have a 5-year
use now.
Like now you have a 5-year-old girl that's like eating out of a feeding tube, can't speak, can't walk anymore. Like
I don't know. How you sleep at night, yo? Like, how can you live with yourself? Like that's
something that's
not worth it.
Completely avoidable.
Exactly. It's never worth it. You got Uber, you got everything.
Not that this makes any difference, but it's like that was a week before the Super Bowl. Like, why are you even going out and getting drunk anyway? Like, you need to be sitting your ass at home, like preparing for the biggest game of your career.
And it was COVID. Like, sit down, please.
Sit down.
To kind of finish that up for the pitchers, Trevor Bauer is who I was thinking of.
Trevor Bauer, that's the name I have heard.
Max Scherzer.
Yeah, Scherzer.
Zach Greinke, Clayton Kershaw.
Man, Greinke got to be old as shit now.
Greinke,
he's been doing this for a while.
Right. Greinke is striking people out with.
Fam, he's 37.
Yeah, but he's still striking cats out with a 51 mile per hour pitch.
Wait, what?
51 mile per hour pitch.
How do you even get a 51 mile per hour pitch to the mound? To the plate.
And struck him out.
He's striking people out with a 51.
Because they so used to like the 98s, the 100s, the 97s, the 85s.
He just come hot. Then he comes slow. You be like, damn.
It'd be too slow.
It's like the Looney Tunes shit. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 1, 2. What the fuck is that?
All right. Well, since we ain't got no blow the whistles, let's get into the tech top 5 for the week.
For sure. I was trying to type mine in, but it won't let me, so I wrote it down.
All right. Yeah, I think, Tim, you got to change one of your... We can talk about this off air, but you got to change the setting in the Google Doc.
Yeah, man.
You be on suggestion mode for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Instead of on editing.
I'm on editing right now. It won't let me edit it.
That's wild.
That's why we having to make suggestions.
we gotta check your setting. Hey, this is off topic. This gif of Bucky and watching John Walker get beat up by the door of
Hey, they was whooping his ass. They was whooping his ass.
They whooped the racism out that motherfucker.
No, they whooped it.
No, they whooped the racism
into him. Hey, I seen it on his face. I was like, oh, he gets Super Saiyan into a super racist.
He was on that Papa John's. He wanted to say it. He was trying not to, but that man was upset that he got beat by some black women. He was
beat the brakes off that man.
I'll be damned.
Beat the shit out of him. Like, they ain't even got no superpowers. They just beat the shit out of your ass. You thought that shit was gonna save you, my guy? Hold on, let me hold this.
Hey, Bucky was like, looking good.
My man told me that you ain't want
to
fight
John.
Winter Soldier before you fight with them. Like, come on, bro. You go fight an assassin before you fight them?
Oh, shit.
Whooped his ass.
That was funny.
I was loving every minute of it.
I was too. I really do not like Captain Chin. I hate that fake Cap. I hate him so much.
That was General Cap, dog.
I cannot stand, dude. Anywho, last week's Tech Top 5 was favorite DMX songs. We did that just in honor of DMX, and since we've been here, he actually passed away, and that also is added to the heaviness of this week. Just rest in peace, X, man. Like that's the big loss.
Yeah,
Ken, your list one.
Hey,
Shout out to you, sir.
I've
been playing DMX songs all weekend. I've been just listening to the albums. I watched the Rough Riders Chronicles on BET, which I've been meaning to, but I finally figured out how to watch it. So I knocked that out, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, rest in peace, X. Rest in peace.
For sure.
As we mentioned last week, we were initially going to be doing Diaper Dandies because, the March Madness tournament had just ended. So we pushed that to this week. In case you're unfamiliar, a diaper dandy is an outstanding freshman basketball player. It's a term coined by Dick Vitale. Dickie V. That man still has all the energy. He's
yeah, baby.
Let me tell you, he's a PT peer.
What throws me off is like Dick Vitale has been old like my entire life, but he really wasn't that old. Like when I first got introduced to him, like it's just like people looked older. Like he's probably like in his 50s. Like dudes in their 50s now be looking like Tom Cruise and shit. Like
yes,
people just stop aging.
Don't age, like, yo. He wasn't at no age at all.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. But yeah, let's hear them lists. So Diaper Dandies, best freshman. Who you got? Tim.
I was trying to settle on number 5, but I'm gonna go with Muhammad Abdul Rauf, Chris Jackson. Right?
I respect that.
Mahmoud, but yeah.
Number 5. Number 4, I got Kevin Durant.
Okay.
You got KD at 4?
Mm-hmm. Number 3, I got Paige. Paige.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
Number 3. Only reason why she ain't higher is because she didn't win the chip.
Yeah. I forgot about her.
She didn't get a chip.
Damn, I forgot about her.
She won everything.
Yeah,
you make it
literally won everything.
No, Tim, like that
was a great one.
God dang it, Tim! You just threw my list into a tizzy,
man. Just look at my list right there. I'm gonna stop putting my shit in here. No, I'm kidding.
Number 2.
Oh yeah, you do got her on it.
I'm trying
I couldn't put nothing on my list, so mine is. I was literally like, but.
That's like when Ken would just miraculously have all the best people on this list when he was going last.
I'll be having mine in first now.
Hey, since we moved to this new format, Ken be the first one putting this stuff.
Because I ain't trying to hear shit. When I catch
these W's. Number 2, I got Melo.
Okay.
And number 1, I got Anthony Davis.
Yeah. AD.
Fam, it's some cold
brothers.
Like I'm looking at this and I'm like,
Anthony Davis won every one of those awards that everybody else won.
He won everything.
And was the number 1 overall pick and got a chip.
Hell yeah. He did it all.
God,
AD won consistent All-American. AD had that. Yep. Player of the tournament. AD had that. Player of the year. AD had that. Like nobody, like everybody got these individuals outside of Paige. If Paige won a chip, she'd have been 2. I'm telling you. Because she won the same amount of awards that AD won.
Yeah.
Except she didn't get a chip. And Melo did.
Fam, just dang near give me Tim list. Like, like you've made a good point, sir. Like I can't
Hey,
I can't-
he's still
I
gonna
can't-
lose this week.
Right. Somehow.
No, that's like it's a strike.
I mean, he
I'll
only has
have-
one thing different, and like it's not quite the same order. But at 5, I had Zion. Like Zion was a force of nature,
Mhm.
player of the year. 4, Carmelo. Like again, he won the title, but he ain't have the individual awards like the other ones did. 3, Page. 2, KD, National Player of the Year, and Anthony Davis, unassailable.
You know what? Okay, so I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do at this point. Okay, you know what? This is what we're gonna do.
You can't rock, paper,
scissors.
scissors with
I was
yourself?
just gonna say, rock, paper, scissors.
Hey, I gotta wait.
Left
who
twitch to
gonna
right
get
twitch. You don't know who gonna pick what.
Someone gotta go. 5, give me Michael Beasley.
Okay.
Give me Bees.
The bee's knees.
God, 4, give me Page.
Okay.
3,
I'm gonna keep my list the same.
give me KD at 3.
Okay.
Give me Melo at 2, and then give me AD at 1.
Okay.
I know Carmelo don't have the individual,
I saw
hardware,
the player to turn.
but
cooking,
what
though.
he did,
Yeah, he was cooking.
like, it's just unbelievable. So that's what I'm gonna go with.
Although Syracuse had a fucking squad though, like Gary
They-
McNamara, Hakeem Ward. I think they said Billy Edlin. Like they had some players.
King Ward used to be cold too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he and college,
Yeah, college he was cold. So my 5, at 5 I had Magic Johnson, 4 Zion, 3 KD, 2 Melo, and then 1 Anthony Davis.
yeah, that was
And
difficult.
there you have it.
That was difficult because
It was.
Yeah, I also wanted to shout out, of course, Jordan. He went from Mike to Michael. Wayman Tisdale, Magic Johnson, Chris Webber.
Yeah.
John Wall, I feel like had a beastie year.
John
He
Wall
did.
did
John
too.
Wall had a nice year.
He's doing this shit.
Dog, that was my shit, bro. I swear I lied. He need to
Had
bring
a
that
flex
back
on
for the
him.
one time, yo.
And then he just offended what was it, Colin Cowherd, like because he did a Dougie. Like, fuck out of here.
Hey, his
You know
Dougie
they
was
brought the
clean
Dougie
too.
back?
Did they really?
TikTok has brought the Dougie back. Like they
Oh,
really
they
doing
Dougie.
Dougie
And, no, seriously, they done
The
brought the
Dougie?
Dougie back. Like,
On what?
like it ain't never left, bro.
I'm gonna be on
like,
TikTok,
what the
there.
fuck?
Hey, they bring the old dances back. I'm out.
Can't finna go get his shit off.
On the real. They bringing the
They
old
was-
dances back. I'm finna
Like
be
they
on you.
literally brought the Dougie back. Like
Isn't
having
Tik-
tutorials on how to do it and all
They
of that.
start doing a
shit.
walking out, all
Tutorials?
that, the chicken head. I'm gonna be
I
on
was
there.
like, dude, what the fuck?
I'll be on there chicken head like a
Like, wild
Chicken
shit.
noodle soup and
chicken noodle soup.
I was like, that's fat. They brought it back quick. I was like, y'all brought that motherfucker around.
Honestly, chicken noodle soup.
With a soda
that
on the
is
side.
like
Soda.
the that's the original TikTok dance because them dance be involved as a motherfucker. And
No, Soulja Boy did that. And are they still you? Is that on TikTok?
His
now?
song is actually #1 on TikTok right now.
Which one?
Who, Soulja Boy?
Not Crank That.
No,
I was gonna say they really bringing everything back from.
like, bro, it's like Soulja Boy's song. Like, he do have a #1 song on TikTok right now. So if he would say something
It's
to
a
Randy
new song?
Orton, like, bitch ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm still relevant. I got a #1 song on TikTok. But it's true. Like, they bringing cats back to relevancy. It's interesting.
Isn't that part of why banging got popular again in Milwaukee at least?
Some girl on TikTok was.
Oh, yeah, she started
Somebody was
doing
talking
that.
shit about
The
her
Milwaukee
banging
Shuffle
on
or something
TikTok.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then no, it's
They out here.
They
Tim,
out
where you be on TikTok? You TikTok?
somebody needs to create a dance for Bow so we can.
Hey,
Yeah.
bring Bow back. Get Bow back into the charts, fam.
Ray Diddy. You already know what it is.
Listen.
We out here.
So Tim can have awkward conversations with him again.
At the bar.
Nah, I'm good on that.
Hey, that was young Tim was wild, fam.
Yeah.
Hey, you
I
gonna
don't
put me in
think
your
Tim-
video?
I don't think Tim now would say some of the things that he said then.
I was kind of reckless.
That man said,
A little wild. So.
never mind, we ain't
You
gonna rehash
sliding
that.
the DMs, everything. Tell me
We ain't
why.
gonna rehash that. But that's the show this week. We hope y'all enjoyed it. We hope y'all doing well, taking care of yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
As a
Oh,
reminder,
don't forget, t-shirts are on
Indeed.
sale. Well, orders are open now. So You can get
Get
your
your
4th anniversary Tech and File t-shirt. Check our socials for the links.
Mm-hmm.
You heard the man.
It's closed May 20th, so you have just over a month and a week.
Yep. And don't be I got a month. I'm gonna get it because they say it's gonna happen. It's gonna be May. You're gonna be like, dang.
It's gonna be May.
It'll be too late.
People don't get that joke no more. I'm like, what's happening with the world? I don't
Getting older, dog.
Man, I didn't know that.
They really think we old, bro. Like for real.
I mean, the oldest members of NSYNC are pushing 50, so.
Damn, for real? Oh yeah.
I think the oldest one was born in like 73 or something like that.
Goddamn.
Camille looks like devastated right now.
What? The oldest members of NSYNC is like 50 now? How old am I? What's happening?
Let me check, because I think it's Kirkpatrick, and I want to say.
Wow, fam.
Old ass dude.
She Make It Clap is the Soulja Boy song right now.
Make It Clap.
I've never heard that. That's a new song?
Yeah, so October 17th, 1971, Chris Kirkpatrick.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. He will be 50 in October. That's where we at, fam.
NSYNC 50? That's
when I'm
crazy.
doing this podcast, when we added in this after this, like when I close all this stuff down, I'm playing some NSYNC, fam. I'm telling you, and I want to put this on record too, because it's in the show. People would normally be tuned out anyways. I will fight about this. It's NSYNC over Backstreet Boys. And that's just the way it goes.
But who's on that? That was NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
That's Backstreet. That's a hit. That's a hit. I'm not gonna deny them, but
that was Backstreet Boys.
That was Backstreet.
Yeah, that was the first song.
That was that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
But NSYNC got just a little bit deeper. They just got a little bit more. But yeah, that's the show this week. We hope y'all enjoyed it. As the guys at the beginning of the show, if you're still here, remember to rate, review, subscribe, share. All that stuff is free ways to help us grow, and we really appreciate that. Like y'all sharing the show and telling people about us has opened up new opportunities for us. So keep doing that. Keep opening them doors for us. Keep supporting. We really appreciate y'all.
For sure.
Buy a shirt, as Eric said. And
they dope. Buy it.
Yeah, if you want to support the pod and you're like, I don't really want that shirt. I don't want to wear y'all faces. You can also just cash app us. We can we're not above that either. Like, if you just want to,
we got old shirts too. So
we got shirts.
A shirt with a logo. Oh yeah.
We got logo shirts. We got the anniversary shirts. Just hit us up. We got you covered. That being said, though, if you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On Twitter, Instagram.
Nigga, please.
How many times I tell you?
He don't like being called that, fam. We established at the beginning of the show.
Right.
We had that many niggas this episode.
But no, y'all can catch me at Camille Monet, CamilleMonae, because
your mom is fancy.
Thank you, sir.
You said it like you trying to run from Eric and shit. He said it quick.
What?
Aw. Anyway, add Bucks Burner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Goddamn right.
Everyday _ gentleman. I'm on Instagram, KHarris216. On Twitter, it's like
what you laughing at?
No, I can't see, so that was funny as well.
Oh, hello. You need to get off.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ask Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. We'll see y'all next week, or hear y'all next week, or hear us next week. There we go.
Next week,
fam, yo promo video for Good News. It makes me mad every time I see it, but it makes me laugh. At the end, when you be like, "I'm gonna be waiting for you," I'm like, "If this nigga don't get out of here, fam." Like, I literally watched the video. Like, I had my phone. And I was like, and then I laughed. Like, I was like, "Tim is stupid. You stupid." But yeah,
I'll be waiting. I'll be looking out the window,
waiting for y'all to come back.
From 6 to 8.
Always gotta make it creepy.
Bye, y'all.